Hey guys, what's up? Sorry if I'm a little off, I'm a little tired. But I did get good sleep though. So, yet again, I was trying to do a pick a pile, and I'm not sure if it's because where I have the same decks because I'm trying to get used to the Star Spinner Tarot, and you know I love the Egyptian Oracle, so I tend to use that often. But this, yet again, I was gonna try to do a pick a pile. I was gonna try because I do like doing pick a piles for you guys, but it just seems like pile one and pile two just kind of seems like the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and then pile three looks like a player or someone that's trying to mess with the relationship between the divine and the masculine. So, in other words, the karmic. So, I thought you guys would find that interesting because I'm just like, this just literally feels like it's continuing from yesterday. Like I said, I didn't plan for this to happen. It was 111, so I looked freaking at the clock for a second, but, or the video, I should say. But let's get started. You'll see what I mean. So yet again, we're using the Star Spinner Tarot and the Egyptian Oracle. So let's start with the beginning and then go along. So, like I said, as I see this spread, I see it as, like I said, the divine feminine, divine masculine, and the player over here. Because I feel like what's going on is what tends to happen is when it's like a certain time for some odd reason, there's like an energy that everyone picks up, not just me, like other readers too. Like they'll pick up similar energies even with different decks and get like the same message. So it's definitely an awakening that's going on during this time, is what I'm trying to say. It's hard to explain it. I know other readers will explain it better than me, but that's basically what's going on. But let's start. So for the divine feminine, we have Five of Wands, which she looks pretty beat up right there, pretty hurt, held back. Then we have the High Priestess, and then we have Fortitude. I don't know, I'm bad with English, you know me, but that's basically the Strength card. And then for the Egyptian Oracle, for the divine, we got Ten of Hearts, and then the Four of Clubs, which I found interesting because it's literally the same girl, just like different outfit, and her hair's up in this one. Like, see? Literally, like, basically the same dress. And, like, she has, like, the same skin tone and same hair. So, it's the same person. So what I'm finding in this is also what I find interesting is the Ten of Hearts is the Ten of Clubs. No, Ten of Cups. And when it's normally a 10, it's talking about completion. It's talking about things coming together, happy ending basically. And normally with the Ten of Cups, it's talking about like a happily ever after with someone. But in this, you see her feeling herself and her power. So I see that as like completion in yourself, which is phenomenal, and it makes sense because we have the High Priestess right here, right? So it's like, I feel like as a collective for the divine feminine, we definitely been in a time where you know, we feel like things are not going so well, and it feels like we're getting out of hand. I mean, like, look at her. She's like in basically fetal position, and she's like holding these wands as close and as dear to her as she can. It's like, normally wands talks about passion, all right, but like she's like clinging on to it as if she's gonna lose it or something. And when you have the Strength card here, I feel like it's the divine, like, ready to let go. And the thing is, like, in the couple of my readings I've done for people, is that, I've told them, I'm like, look, I understand that you love this person, but in order to move forward, you have to let it go. Not necessarily saying that you have to fucking leave this person forever, in other words. Just let them go during this moment. Do what you gotta do. Let them do what they need to do and let them come to you. And during that process, even though you're hard on yourself and you feel obviously lost without this person, you're learning how to love yourself and appreciate yourself and seeing yourself as a goddess, you know? And like, because of that, other people are starting to see you like that. Like, you feeling yourself, you feeling confident, you feeling great, people are gonna start noticing, you know? Especially like if you start, like, you know, changing up your wardrobe and starting to do stuff that you've wanted to do, or like I said before, like changing up your hair, changing up your style to feel more confident and to feel like more you're gonna be glowing, you know what I mean? And especially when you're doing things by yourself, not needing someone else, especially in a society where we feel like we have to be with someone nowadays. We feel like we have to be with a person in order to be happy. So it's like when people see you doing amazing things by yourselves and conquering by yourself, people are gonna be like, damn, she's really cool. Like, she's doing this all by herself. Like, she don't need no person, like, or he, whatever, or they. But, just talking about energies. But you're gonna be glowing. And I mean, you're already glowing. You have been glowing, which, that's amazing. The more you keep being in that energy, the more it's gonna come towards you. But then we have the divine masculine over here, which we have the king of chalices with it, which is cups. Look at how grumpy that fucking dragon is. He's just so grumpy and out of it, like, nah, I ain't about this. And then we have temperance. And then we have justice. And then we have the Six of Clubs and Jack of Spades, which everyone freaking loves this card because we all love backstabbing, right? So backstabbing will lead to the third pile, or the ending, I should say. But when we're talking about the King of Cups here, we're talking about someone who does have a lot of love for someone, but they're very grumpy. They don't really follow through with their emotions because they give off a cold shoulder. I mean, like I said, like, look how grumpy he is. Like, it's like I'm almost thinking about, like, an old man that's grumpy. It's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care kind of thing, but in reality, they do. Like, you know that person has a lot of love, but they're just being too damn stubborn to actually say anything about it. But because temperance, it's meaning, like, they want to bring a balance into this situation. So the divine masculine wants to bring balance into the divine feminine's, like, situation. Like, they're like, you know, I can't be stubborn forever. Like, you know, this divine feminine, like, she's in her energy, she's feeling beautiful, she's feeling confident. Like, that's gonna start drawing new people in. If they don't come in, the divine masculine, they're gonna lose out on their divine feminine, and then they're gonna be a lot more angry, a lot more stubborn because they lost out, even though it was their fault this entire time. Well, not saying it's directly their fault, but like, if you were around this person for so long and you kept fighting for this relationship or doing whatever you were trying to do, then, like, obviously you're gonna eventually step down and be like, you know what, I can't do anything about this. And you're gonna back up, and then they're gonna be like, whoa, that person backed up. And then they're gonna realize how much they freaking miss you. And that's where justice comes into play as well. Justice is working with temperance in this. It could even have to deal with, like, your divine masculine is in a relationship with this third person over here. And it could even be like marriage or something where they could have to have a divorce in order for this person to be with you. Or it's just for the fact that justice is heading your guys' way, where you can finally come up with each other. I'm gonna try to hurry this up because we have like 4 or 5 minutes and I haven't gone to the end pile yet. But this person is finally having abundance. They're finally finding like good things in their life. It's like finding it out of the blue. So it's like, I kind of feel like this is like kind of one of their awakening parts where it's like, oh, well, it's coming up now. So it's like, well, it's always been there. But I will get to this backstabbing in a second, because we all know we love that card. So for the third pile, I feel like this is a third person. So we have the Knight of Chalices, the Knight of Cups. We got the Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Spades, which I see this honestly as a Tower card, and then Five of Clubs, which actually talks about abundance as well and good luck. But what I'm seeing with this third pile is like each of these people, like each pile is like a person. So like I said, the first and the second one is like the divine masculine and divine feminine. I'm seeing this as a karmic. So what I'm seeing is normally with the Knight of Wands, they're all about passion. So they'll come in, give you like a one night stand, or give you what you want for a bit, and then they come out, and they come in, and they come out. But then you also have the Knight of Chalices, where it's like this person wants to offer love, but they're also youthful, where it's like they're not saying they're not the smartest, but they definitely take a lot of risks. They can be very childish at some points. So it's like at some points they can be like, they can like cause arguments that are unnecessary, like be very petty, be like, you know, like I said, very childish. So it's like not only this person is trying to throw up like a passion act, but also they're trying to make it seem like they're a great lover, but in reality they're foolish and they're childish and they're trying to be this passionate lover, but in reality they don't know what to do with themselves. And what I find interesting is the Wheel of Fate here, because it's like no matter what the wheel is turning, like guaranteed at some points it can like pause, depending if like you're choosing to like fight against an awakening, which no matter what, it will happen. Like if you're not gonna do an awakening, Spirit's gonna put you through it, and it's gonna be even more hell than what it was before. So if you go through an awakening, just go through it. I know it sucks, but I mean, you would rather do that than being forced into one and it being a lot more chaotic. Anyways, so yeah, and I feel like this person does cause a lot of chaos, you know what I mean? Oh, they cause a lot of things because where they're so childish. They could cause a lot of fights between like the divine masculine and them. And I feel like once they know, like if your divine starts talking to you, they're gonna be happy over here, and then the karmic's gonna be like, oh hell no. So I feel like they're gonna be up your butt, so definitely be careful of this karmic. And I mean, I'll probably do a karmic video tonight, but I don't know why, I just keep seeing this scenario. It just keeps coming up, and I'm, like I said, I'm trying to do pick a pile for you guys, but it's like, nah, we're gonna keep bringing up this scenario. But it's weird because it says that they're gonna get like a bunch of abundance. So I maybe feel like when these two separate, because I feel like it's a toxic relationship, not just because it's a divine and a karmic, but more because like this karmic it seems like they're trying to be you. Like example, in one of the karmic videos where they're channeling your energy and trying to be you, even though in reality they don't even want to be in the relationship in the first place, which makes no sense. But I just feel like this person is definitely going to come back into your life, the divine, and the karmic is going to be watching, so be careful with that, please. Yeah, So keep staying in your energy. Protect yourself. Not physically, but, you know, spiritually. Like if you have sage or Palo Santo or anything. But I feel like a lot of chaos is gonna go down soon. They're gonna end up fighting soon, and a lot of shit's gonna go down, and they're just gonna follow the divine. And the divine's gonna go to you, so they're gonna be chasing you, and the karmic's gonna be chasing the divine and being like, "Get back here," kind of thing. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're going to the divine," kind of thing. Be like, "I knew it," kind of deal, and it's gonna start a lot of chaos. So be careful. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.